I said, just think if without pressure, without striving, we would just grow to understand this is our birthright. This is people. God wants to love people through us. And if at large, many of us would just begin to live at some level that way and just think outside ourselves. Just think of the impact that would have in time multiplied by us, many. Think about that. Seriously. Like, I'm not really a numbers guy. It sounds rigid to me. But let's just play with something for a minute. As number of faces, I mean, I don't know how many faces I'm looking at. There's a lot of folks here. This is a pretty big seating area. You got several hundred folks, right? 400 some? Let's just say 400 people in some way sow a seed of love, send a message of love, do something by the Spirit of God concerning another life, and touch somebody in the Lord just once a day, once every other day, 400 of us times 30 days. Duh. Times 6 months. Times a year. Times lifestyle. What do you think about that? You think that would be pretty amazing? Wonder if you would grow in confidence and step out and realize, wow, that wasn't so bad. Wow, I don't know what I was nervous about. Wow, that was kind of easy just loving them. And all of a sudden, you settle into this place where you're not uptight and you actually get impressions and you hear words and you just get impressions. You just feel like, I don't know why I keep looking at you and I keep thinking about ankle. Is there something going on with your ankle? Well, my ankle's fused. Why are you asking me about my ankle? Oh. Wouldn't that be sweet? And then you're like, and you say, well, I just felt, when I looked at you, I heard the word ankle. Well, what are you talking about? Why? I feel like the Lord showed me ankle and I want to pray for you. Well, it's fused. He's the Lord. Yeah? Wonder if that would start happening with us just because we're positioned and we're thinking that way. Yes. Wouldn't that be sweet? Yes. Times like 400. That's how you touch a community. That's how God touches a region. We're praying for an outpouring, and He's saying, how about pouring out? Serious. But if you get caught up with people stuff and issues and he said and I feel and life's tough and what about, you're going to get all distracted from why He's in us and why we're really on the planet. And if you just make it about you, I'm telling you, it's going to be a lonely, sad place. I was down south preaching, and this young man, while I was preaching, raised his hand right in the middle of my great sermon. And I took a risk. I called on him. I figured if it's muddy, we'll clean it up. If something, we'll go for it. I said, what's going on, young man? He said, I feel like I'm getting a revelation while you're talking, like God is speaking to my heart. I said, what? He stood up. He said, if I'm hearing you right, there's like no bad days in Jesus, just only opportunities to shine. And I went, I can just get on a plane and go home. That's just, you got it. It's so simple.